this guy's the devil on the planet, but he's got all of his information out there. Scientology, which are supposed to be the great people, we're using phony names, phony addresses, phony IDs, the cashier's check, everything so they can't trace, right?
What a
And I just think,
contrast.
what a contrast. So
Yeah.
I send something to Andreas thinking maybe I could talk to him. And I send him a thing and I say, why do you have up all this stuff about our religion? And he writes back, this is why I always say Andreas helped save my life. Because I had been
Yes.
waking up for 10 years. I'd been reading self improvement books and stuff like that because I knew Scientology didn't work.
Yeah.
So I was reading not ex Scientology stuff. I wasn't reading John Atack and Ben Corden and stuff like that. I wasn't reading that. But I was going to bookstores and reading self improvement books
Okay.
and other religious books, history, philosophy, stuff like that. And from that, I think I stripped off a lot of the mind control
Yeah.
because
Makes
that's
sense.
what happened. Like one of them was list the top 50 people in your life that you respect. So I listed them out. And then I looked at them and I realized not one of them was a Scientologist.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Martin Luther King and authors and musicians and, you know, philosophers and all kinds of stuff, but no Scientologists,
Yeah,
not
it
one.
makes sense.
I know.
Makes sense.
So those kind of things started helping me thinking. So
Yeah.
now we're back where,
So you were saying that Andreas, you asked Andreas, why are you putting all this stuff up about my
why do you have up
religion?
all this stuff about my religion?
Yeah.
And he writes back and he says, Dear Magoo, I believe in truth. I believe in looking at both sides, and I have the courage to say what I think. I don't think Scientologists are bad. I just think they're misinformed. And and he says, I suggest you start reading the internet. Now remember, early on I'd said I've always wanted to go back in the Sea Org. Even when I married Harold, I said, okay, we're going back in the Sea Org. And he goes, okay, listen to me carefully. We are never going back in the Sea Org. He was never in the Sea Org, but he said, we're never going in the Sea Org. That's
Yeah.
not going to happen. But to me, it was like that was my goal. You know, it
Right.
was one of my goals. So I think, all right, I'll look on ARS and see what to read. And Mary Tabayoyan had up an article, ladies, if you're thinking of joining the Sea Org, read this.
Okay.
And it was all about enforced abortions,
Yep.
which I had never heard of.